Have you ever struck out? Have you ever swung at a bad pitch and thought to yourself, man, I am never going to hit the ball? Don't worry, you're not alone. So have I, and so has every other baseball player who's ever played this game. In today's Bullpen Bulletin, we're going to talk about the 3 things that you can do to conquer the mental game of hitting. Stay tuned. Hey team, Coach Hart here with Building Better Baseball, the best place for baseball education. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I'm coming out with a new Bullpen Bulletin every single week. And today, we're going to dive into the 3 things that you can do to conquer the mental game of hitting. Let's get started. Number 1, prepare and practice. Hitting starts way before the game, way before you step into the batter's box. Before the game, you need to understand where your hitting zone is. Where do you like the pitches? Do you like them outside? Do you like them middle? Do you like them in, high, low? Wherever they are, that's going to be your zone. You need to understand that, and if you do, you're going to be more successful at the plate going into the at-bat. How do you find your hitting zone? In practices, use batting practice to find your hitting zone. Batting practice is way more than just hitting a bunch of balls and having some fun. Even though batting practice is fun, you can use it to your advantage to find your hitting zone. When your coach is out there throwing to you, you can see the pitches in your zone and you can practice driving those pitches. And when you see them in the game, it'll be much easier to recognize and much easier to hit it. During a live in-game at-bat, you can do what is called an active take to prepare for the next pitch. An active take lets you gauge the strike zone and where the umpire is calling the balls and strikes. When you're getting ready to hit and you see that ball coming in, you're going to watch it all the way into the catcher's mitt. If the umpire calls it a strike, if the umpire calls it a ball, you're going to know. You're going to know that location, and that is going to better prepare you for the next pitch. As long as the umpire is consistent, then you know what's going to be a strike and what's going to be a ball. So the next time you see that pitch, you know where it's going to be. Now that we've covered number 1, practice and prepare, let's dive into number 2. Number 2, visualization and positive self-talk. Your mind is the most powerful thing in all of life. It has the power to give you confidence and bring you to heights that you never even thought possible. It also has the power to bring you down, take away confidence, and make you think that you can't do it. Visualization is something you can do to make you a better hitter. You need to visualize your whole at-bat. You need to visualize the pitcher. He's going to be throwing you the ball. You need to get in your stance, get in your load, swing all the way through, see yourself making contact, and see yourself driving that ball. You can see yourself getting a single, getting a double, getting a triple, a home run, hitting it to the moon. You can visualize anything. Why this works is because if you have already seen yourself be successful in your mind, then it's much easier to see yourself being successful out on this field. You can also take this into the classroom and use it for school. When you're taking a test and you're studying for a test, visualize yourself getting an A. That'll make it much easier and give you motivation to make it happen in real life. The second half of number 2 is positive self-talk. If you consistently tell yourself, you can, then you're giving yourself a chance, and that's all you need to succeed. If you're in the on-deck circle and you're seeing that pitcher out there and he's throwing pretty hard, and you think to yourself, I don't think I can hit that, then you've already lost. You're not giving yourself a chance. You might as well go back to the dugout. If you give yourself a chance, that's all you need to be successful. You could have coaches and other teammates try to tell you that you can do it and try to bring you up, but if you don't believe it, you will not be successful. You need to tell yourself you can, and you can give yourself a chance, and that's all you need. Now that we've wrapped up number 2, visualization and positive self-talk, let's jump into number 3. Number 3 is learn from your failures. One of my favorite quotes that I like to live by is, sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. What does that mean? That means that whether you succeed or you fail, there is always something to be learned from both situations. If you succeed, what did you do right so you can repeat it for the next time? If you failed, what did you do wrong so you don't repeat it for the next time? One thing that us baseball players, we all have to accept is that baseball is a game of failure. You will fail more than you succeed. Ted Williams, he's in the Hall of Fame, one of the greatest hitters we've ever seen. He has won 400 season. He's very famous for it. What does that mean? He got 400. He failed 6 out of 10 times. He only got 4 hits out of 10. He failed more than he succeeded, and that got him into the Hall of Fame. Imagine the mental power that you have to succeed at this game. One question I want you to ask yourself the next time you get out at the plate is, how long will this out affect me? In that moment when you get out, you have a chance to respond. You can either respond in a positive way or you can respond in a negative way. The negative way would be going back to the dugout, sitting down on the bench, feeling bad about yourself, having it carry into the next at-bat where you get out again, and it's just a revolving circle that never ends. Or the positive way is, if you get back to the dugout, you tell your team what you saw. You say, hey guys, I just saw a curveball. I just struck out. It's pretty good. Lay off of it. And then you get back up on the fence, you get your self-confidence back up, you cheer for your team, and the next time you step into the box, you're going to get out there and you're going to drive the ball. The next time you're out on the field, I want you to practice visualization. It's not as easy as it sounds, but it's very powerful and you can use it to your advantage. Before we wrap up today, I want to know how you feel about these 3 things. Leave a comment below and think about the ones that you could implement the next time you're out on the field. If you enjoyed this Bullpen Bulletin and it improved your game and added value, then subscribe. I'm coming out with a Bullpen Bulletin every week. Make sure you tune in next week where we're going to talk about the mental game of pitching. If you're a youth parent watching this and you're thinking about buying new equipment but you don't really know where to start, I have a free guide that's linked below that's going to help you out. It outlines all of the equipment that you need and explains everything that you need to know. If you're a youth coach watching this and you need help improving your practices and making them more efficient, I have a free guide for you linked down below. It's a practice plan. It has 2 practice plans. One is if you have 1 practice per week, and 2 is if you have 2 practices per week. It outlines the entire 2-hour practice that'll really going to help you out. If you do these 3 things, if you practice and prepare, if you visualize and positive self-talk, and you learn from your failures, you will have consistent improvement and success at the plate. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I hope this video added value to your game and you can use this to help improve your hitting mindset. I'll see you next time on the Bullpen Bulletin.